How do you feel when you have to wait? What emotions emerge? Irritation and impatience, or intrigue and anticipation? My suspicion is that these days we are not so good at waiting. It seems to me waiting isn't something many of us do readily or well. I reckon our struggle and frustration with waiting begins at quite an early age and ends up being hard to outgrow. Children asked to wait often experience and share their obvious emotional agony at having to do so, while as adults we may often feel the same, but usually less likely to express it quite so openly. Of course, the aversion to waiting is exacerbated, if not expected, by the world in which we live. All around us, day after day, we encounter the encouragement not to wait, but to have what we want now. Our credit-driven society encourages us to abandon all thought of waiting and saving and to buy now instead. Why wait? We're urged to take the waiting out of the wanting, to cut to the chase and get what we want right away, as though there's nothing worth waiting for. Modern day communication further erodes the notion of waiting. We expect instant responses to texts and emails, while mobiles mean we're available even if we're not. Nobody seems to have time to wait, and certainly not at this time of year. And yet, as we approach Christmas, into the haste and busyness of life comes Advent, the 4-week season in the church calendar, all about waiting and wondering. Dedicated to anticipating the arrival or advent of Jesus, Advent waiting is far from passive. It's active and expectant. Beginning this Sunday, Advent encourages us to pause and consider the importance and value, the virtue even, of waiting. It calls us to resist the tendency towards hyperactivity and rush, and to learn instead to wait positively and patiently. It may seem a countercultural concept, an alien idea even, but Advent dares to suggest that some things really are worth waiting for. Each week brings a different focus as we are invited to reflect upon hope and peace, love and joy. Each week we're challenged to cultivate habits and practices that encourage and develop such things, in effect to live in anticipation of such things. Because this, the Bible tells us, is what the long-awaited Messiah is all about and promises to bring. Whether Advent is your thing or not, whether waiting is your thing or not, living more hopefully and more peaceably, more lovingly and more joyfully doesn't sound like a bad idea.